Let's go live now to Rick Woldenberg, CEO of Learning Resources, who made headlines last year when he took the White House to court challenging Trump's sweeping global tariffs. Thank you so much for joining us on 24/7 today, because your lawsuit is what led up to all of this. What is your response to the Supreme Court's ruling?
Oh, we're excited. We're feeling vindicated. We felt that the tax was an unlawful tax, and we're excited to see the Supreme Court take a very strong stance in favor of the equal application of law to all of us.
I know you're excited. This ruling just came down today, not too long ago. I assume that you have a lot of questions about what comes next for you and what comes next for your business.
Well, we're going to take this one step at a time. So big victory. Now we need to pursue getting our money back. I'm not going to speculate on like what may happen next from a policy standpoint. We're anxious to run our business and help kids as much as we can.
Talk to me about the impact of tariffs on your business. Why did you feel the need to take this step, to take this case to the Supreme Court?
Well, on a run rate basis, the tariffs that were announced in the week of Liberation Day would have completely destroyed our business. Our business is a fourth generation family business. We've had a family business for over 100 years. We're also a mission driven business. So in those circumstances, you feel a high sense of responsibility and duty. We also have, over 500 employees and full-time equivalents. Their families count on us for their livelihood. So it was pretty easy. We needed to stand up for all those things that matter so much to us.
Rick, tell me more about your business. What is it that you do?
We make hands-on learning materials for schools and educational toys for home. We sell in over 100 countries. And so we market our products for children 18 months to, say, 8th grade on basic subjects: math, science, reading, language, STEM, coding, social emotional learning. That's what we focus on. And so we feel as though in the absence of our company, there might be a tear in the fabric of the universe. And so, we need to defend that.
And so when these tariffs went into place, in what way was your business affected? Talk about just the things that you were bringing into the country in order to, whether it's to sell or to make things for your business. How much or just how high did those prices go?
Well, we certainly knew that Mr. Trump intended to do this, and we were trying to adjust our business, but no one had the imagination to see that he would do what he did. He promised on the stump that he might go as high as 60%, and then he went 2.5 times that in the week of Liberation Day. So it was kind of game over. And overnight, we had to dramatically increase our efforts to shift from one country to another. I've kind of described it as being akin to being like a refugee. You're just going to higher ground and hoping that that will be better. So we made the best guesses we could, and sometimes in the course of moving, things changed because the rules changed about every 48 hours for a year.
Wow.
So it's very, very disruptive. Cost a lot of money, made us change our growth plans. We cut spending dramatically to survive it. And so we did. We were successful. We finished the year in a healthy condition. But it's not exactly the same business that it would have been but for this enormous and unlawful tax.
Yeah. Rick, I know you said you don't want to speculate about policy, but what are you hoping for right now?
I think that the court case, the decision offers everyone involved to take a breath and to think about, like, what's the right priorities from the standpoint of the national interest. I don't think you can lump an educational toy company in with an auto manufacturer or a chip fab. If the priorities are making chips in the United States, maybe you should have rules about chip companies and not sweep us in with them. I've told the folks that work at our company that as far as I'm concerned, they're not a rounding error here. And I refuse to let our company and the people that work at our company be denigrated that way. We're important, what we do is important, and they need to take into account that there are a lot of businesses out there that are smaller than, the Fortune 500 that matter. We matter to our communities and we matter to our customers. And in this case, we matter to schools, educate our children. So have more tailored rules. And if the government needs more revenue, Mr. James Madison has left rules in place that govern how that revenue is to be raised. Follow those rules and I'll have no recourse against them. They raise our taxes, they lower our taxes, but it has to be done through Congress.
Okay, Rick Woldenberg, CEO of Learning Resources, thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate you giving us a sense of what you went through because it's so important to hear your voice and your story. Thank you.
Thank you.